Your Hemobag and TS3 tubing set arrive together in one box and are clearly labeled for perfusion, cardiac, OR. Opening the shipping outer box, you will find separate boxes for Hemobags and the TS3 tubing sets. Starting with the TS3 tubing set, you will find the directions for use in 8 different languages for quick online reference. Each individual tubing set has its own sterile peel pouch. Let's get started by attaching the TS3 tubing set to the hemoconcentrator with luer end caps. Slowly peel back the sterile peel pouch, exposing the TS3 tubing set. Attaching the tubing set is easy by screwing on the male luer of the tubing set to the female luer end cap of the hemoconcentrator. Remember, blue in the bottom and red out the top. Remember to save the 2 double male, double female dead end caps for later use. Remove the reusable tie band by placing your thumb behind the tab and pulling it apart. Close off all 4 pinch clamps before priming. Recoil and tie together the recovery loop of the tubing set using the reusable tie band. Hang the tubing set on your primed pump. Connect the white pinch clamp swivel luer to a high pressure source connection, like your recirc line with a 3-way stopcock. Connect the red pinch clamp's return line to the venous reservoir or cardiotomy using the swivel luered end. Open up the 4 pinch clamps starting at the reservoir. The last one is the white pinch clamp connected to the high pressure source. Make sure to add appropriate volume to the reservoir for priming the tubing set. Open the last white pinch clamp and walk the air to the bottom of the hemoconcentrator. The complete tubing set and hemoconcentrator will prime quickly from both sides. Once debubbled, close off all 4 pinch clamps again back to the high pressure source. Now it's time to use the sterile dead end caps to completely and sterilely remove the primed tubing set. Now let's set up the Hemobag. Opening the box, you will find the links page for the directions for use in 8 languages and 5 individually packaged Hemobags. Sterilely pull back and open the Hemobag peel pouch and save the patient label for later. Carefully close off all the ports, starting with the green cap and the blue cap, and finally the red plug, which is the sterile part of the connection. Just place it inside the quick connector. Now you can pick up the Hemobag as all ports are sterilely closed off. At the bottom of the Hemobag, there are 3 slide clamps, and they only work in a specific space above the 1/4 inch connector. Slide them all closed. Don't forget to remove the vented yellow cap from the needleless sampling port and make sure it's tightened down securely, as well as the white luered dead end cap. Now the Hemobag is ready to connect to the primed tubing set. Using a 1/4 inch roller pump head, place the tubing set on the outlet of the positive side, 2 fingers away from the Y connection, going into the hemoconcentrator. It's now time to connect the Hemobag to the primed TS3 tubing set. Using the open port of the large, white master slide clamp, hang the Hemobag to the mast. The Hemobag has an inlet port, an outlet port, and a transfusion port. Separate the TS3 tubing set's quick connectors by twisting once and then pushing the button and pulling apart. Then it's just simple connections, blue to blue, male to female. Be sure to keep your fingers away and hear the click. Now connect the red to the red after removing the sterile plug cover cap, again listening for the click. You can wind up and tie band the unused top portion of the standard loop to keep it out of the way. Your complete Hemobag system is set up and ready for use and looks like this. Blue out to the roller pump and hemoconcentrator, and red returning to the Hemobag. At the tubing set Y near the outlet of the roller pump, Use the white pinch clamped standard limb to connect to the transducer for pressure monitoring, and turn the stopcock. If your hemoconcentrator comes with a disposable bag, attach it now to the effluent outlet of the hemoconcentrator. No suction is needed. Near the end of surgery, sterilely hand up a 1/4 3/8 connector to the field. Also hand up some sterile 1/4-inch tubing or suction tubing to the field. In the field, have them place the 1/4-inch end of the connector onto the tubing and hand off sterilely the other end to the perfusionist. The perfusionist will now connect the sterile tubing from the field to the top of the hemobag at the green infusion port with the white master slide clip open and the slit facing back. You are now ready for filling. After filling the normotensive patient up to normal volemia, remove the venous cannula and chase back underwater the venous line. When the arterial cannula is out, hold it up and drain it back below the connection into the tubing and clamp in the air. Remove the arterial line from the cannula and make the connection to the 3/8 connector going to the hemobag off the field and remove the tubing clamp. Now you have a direct connection to the hemobag and can begin chasing the venous reservoir and circuit to the hemobag. Be sure to place a tubing clamp from the bottom of the hemobag up to the base of the baffle. Slowly fill the hemobag till you get to the bottom of the venous reservoir. Alternatively, you can fill the hemobag in the field with the arterial line connected to the top infusion port. With all recirculation lines closed, start to chase the blood in the circuit with crystalloid solution until you see the inflow into the hemobag looking dilute. When you are finished filling, tap the bag and tubing and place a clamp in the air of the fill line. Place another clamp at the base of the infusion port below the white slide clamp. Disconnect the line from the field and gently burp the hemobag of extra air. Place the green cap on and close the white master slide clamp so that the hole faces back and rehang the hemobag. It's okay to leave the tubing clamp on the top of the hemobag. There are 4 closed clamps to open up. To get this started, count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly turn on the roller pump and observe the pressure. Bring your flow up to 500 mL per minute. Squeezing the bag periodically is important, and pulling the bag from side to side will show you the volume accurately. Remember to squeeze the bag for better admixture. This will reduce the pressure in the system as well. Non-cellular water is removed quickly, as you can see by pulling the bag side to side. When the pressure reaches 450 millimeters of mercury on the hemoconcentrator despite squeezing, it's time to stop and turn off the roller pump. This is the opportunity to take a sample from the needleless sampling port. Simply place a syringe on the port, withdraw, and remove. Now close only the blue slide clamp and place a syringe of crystalloid on the needleless sampling port. Slowly restart the roller pump and let the crystalloid in the syringe be drawn in with your help. When you reach the end, completely remove the needleless sampling port from the lure and let air now chase the hemoconcentrator and tubing set clear back to the hemobag. When the air reaches the bottom of the hemobag's return line, stop the roller pump. Now it's time to close the red slide clamp and also return the needleless sampling port to the lure and close the blue pinch clamp. With the 4th and final pinch clamp open, you can now open the roller pump and turn it backwards to create a negative pressure in the tubing. Release this pressure by opening the white lure cap. Blood above this connector will be sucked down below the red pinch clamp, which is the last one to close before removing the tubing clamp. Before disconnecting, always count out the clamps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's time to disconnect the blue side by pressing the quick connector button and pulling them apart and covering. Same with the red side. Press and pull apart and place the plug into the quick connector. Then sterilely reconnect the TS3 tubing set together. The Hemobag can be burped one last time, covered with the green cap and the white slide clamp closed. Don't forget to place the completed patient label on the Hemobag. Now the concentrated Hemobag blood can be given to anesthesia to spike for quick and easy reinfusion. Look at how much effluent was removed in just 8 minutes. What is the ideal end product given back to the patient? Their own concentrated whole blood. That's what the Hemobag does, quickly and easily.